Hi guys, welcome to Marnie's TV Zealots. Tonight we're recapping Valor, episode 2. My name is Denise and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi. We're gonna keep on going with Valor. Give this video a like and subscribe to us if you want to keep up with this show's recaps and the other shows that we're doing this fall. I liked this episode. We're starting to get into some of the mystery about how and why they lied about the night that their helicopter went down. This was kind of digging deeper. As you know, in the last episode, Madani, I remembered her name, the star of the show, and I'm just going to call Matt Barr Holly because he'll always be Holly in my heart.
I can't deal with this.
But he's the captain, so I'm going to call him Captain Holly. So our girl and Captain Holly last week kind of making out. But, she has a man and he, has his current conquest. But he keeps bringing it up this episode. I think he's kind of a little bit, it's not an obsession yet, but it's a strong crush.
What? So he's been pining for her all along?
Yeah, and he's like,
Because I watched the first episode and the opening to the next episode. I'm sorry I ran out of time. But I didn't know he was pining for her.
It's weird. Like, he's like, well, should we talk about what happened that night? And she's like, no. And he's like, are you sure? Maybe we should talk about it. She's like, I'm good. Like, can we just pretend it didn't happen? He's like, no, I don't want to pretend it didn't happen. And she's like, stop making fetch trying to happen. It's not going to happen. And so it wasn't that bad, but she was like, no. And so then she gets to talk a little bit more to Sergeant Cam, the guy, the black guy that was captured from their helicopter and is being held in Somalia. She kind of goes and visits his wife. And so they're all just kind of like crying together, hugging each other. And she says, you should really join, the support group with the spouses. And, she's just like, I don't want to do it. But, she's like, it's super important. And so then they're about to bring in the bigwigs from the government to kind of look at how they can go into, it's not Somalia where they're being held. It's a small country that is closed to the United States. So they're trying to get all the politicians and everybody together to say, okay, just go in there. It doesn't matter. Get the soldiers out, whatever you guys can do. So they're like, we're going to do a simulation on how we can like drop down into a zone, fire and blow stuff up and fly back up. So they've been practicing this and they bring in the special green berets. These guys are shady. And so our girl and Holly have to work with these guys and they've worked with them before. And it's like everybody is lying about something. That's what this episode was about. Everybody's holding something back. And so Madani, her bae, Lieutenant Bae, he's just like this brown milk creamy chocolate baby face. And I want him to be my son. He's a gorgeous little baby. I love him. He did say that he identified as black. And I was like, what's up? So I'm really excited.
I can't deal with this. But he suspects her of having, of holding things back.
Yes. He's like, I know when people are lying to me. He's like, I'm a spy. You're lying. You're lying. Why are you always lying? And she's just like, stuff went down. I can't really talk about it. Captain Holly's the only one I can really talk about it. We were missing for 6 days. Like, you just have a connection with someone and there's nothing else you can do about it. Like, he understands. But what she's really doing is trying not to get caught in her lie. And the web keeps getting bigger of the lies that they had to do to cover their tracks. And one of the Green Berets knows it. He was on the team 3 years prior with the man that they had captured. They thought it was a Somali operative when it turned out to be an American citizen. And so they got Holly's current conquest, the little librarian. I was wondering, I was like, why is he dating this librarian girl? So he could get the top secret, no, one down from top secret, confidential, the confidential files on the guy. They're trying to figure out what exactly happened. So when they get caught on their lie, they'll be like, oh, but you guys lied first about where we were going. So it's a whole mess. And so the CIA shows up, blonde woman. Every time our Lieutenant Bay walks in the room, she sexually harasses him.
Yes, I saw that. I was like,
oh, you're not just a pretty face. And he's like, oh.
Right, she needs to calm down.
Yeah, and so then she's like, how do you think I should dress for the ball, the event? And he's like, well, the invitation says semi-formal. You gotta go.
He tried his best not to lead her on. He don't want to give her any sign that he may be interested at all.
Man, and that's gonna go south. It's gonna go bad. Because I don't know who she is, but she's playing this part so well. Like, whenever she's in the shot, she's staring at him. Like, whether he sees it or not, she's just, oh man, it's so good. Anyway, sorry. But so we go to Somalia, and the two guys, Cam and Redhead Sergeant, we'll name him that. They are out of their bounds, and they're like, okay, next time the guards come in there to feed us or whatever, we're breaking out of here. And so the guys come in and they're like, bam, whap, shoo, and they get down the hall, turn the corner. Everybody's waiting. Beat them half to death. Oh God, I couldn't.
What?
I couldn't do it. And so they're at the ball. Everybody's, having fun, talking about, they went and did the shooting thing, and he scared one of the Green Berets. He turned too hard, and the guy almost fell out, and it was really funny. Blah, 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 blah. They shot the targets. They're going to get the money and the stuff that they need to go on the mission. So they're all celebrating and all of that. And then everybody's phone starts chirping. It's like, boop, 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 boop. And everybody just starts like clumping up together. Like, did you get it? Okay, we gotta go. Like, okay. And all like the spouses are, they're all dressed up. All the soldiers are leaving. And so they're all going into the control room, and it's a message from the Somali guy. And he's like, if you guys try to come into our airspace, these two soldiers, and they pan over, and they are covered in blood, hanging from their wrists. It's like, they're going to die. And that was it. And I was just like, ah!
See, that seems like they have an informant on the inside.
Yeah. Something is going on. Oof. I really like this deceit, this mystery. It's so cheesy, but I am enjoying the show. It's good fun. And I feel like the other Army shows, or I shouldn't say Army, they're not all just Army, but the other military shows, I think, take themselves way too seriously. And it's more about, oh, we're military, we're patriotic, we're, doing this or whatever. The Republicans wrote those. Like, cool people wrote this one.
Republicans wrote those.
I don't know, like, why are all these shows coming out about the Army and about military? Like, it's very strange. But this show actually has a real story to it. So And again, like I grew up Army, so a lot of that stuff, it kind of is nostalgic for me to see. But I actually really liked the episode. So you guys let us know if you watched it or want us to continue watching it. It was a fun one.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching and have a great night. Bye.